anybody comes in here. This is the spur of the moment live. I didn't. Looks like I got one, two. Y'all, I didn't plan this. I just decided to get on here at the spur of the moment. I knew Slim Twiggy was not going to be on this evening, so I figured I'd fill in the gap for her. Living life loving. Well, hello, sister. Welcome in my chat. Glad to have you. Yeah, I wasn't sure how many I'd get to show up since, I didn't plan this. Farm wife, hello. Welcome to chat. Good to see you. And Gladys, hello. Glad to see you came in. Oh, that's fine. This was not planned. I just went on at the spur of the moment. I knew that Slim Twiggy would not be going live this evening. So I figured, well, I'd just fill in the gap, so to speak, and see what happened. Trying to get my chat up here so I can see what's going on. Yeah, I'm glad y'all showed up. I was wondering if I was going to get anybody to get in chat this evening at the spur of the moment. I just got through doing a video, and it's uploading now, so I haven't got it posted. Oh, one that blocked me on Tammy's or somewhere. And John Ray sent me a message and said that he was sorry that I was blocked. But I said, that's okay. Things happen. And I know they got me unblocked. So you got blocked on Tammy's page. People where you went. CB Ricardo Cardino, thank you for that super chat. Oh my goodness, I didn't expect that. You must be one of my new subscribers. I don't recognize the name, but I'm glad to have you. And that's so sweet of you to give me the super chat. A little something to help with food. I enjoy your cooking recipes. Well, thank you so much. I sometimes wonder what I'm going to do with all the leftovers because my little freezer's full to the brim. I can't put anything else up there. I always save the leftovers and take it out and eat it for another meal, but I've been doing so many cooking videos lately and I've got a lot of extra food. Oh, you were a silent watcher. Well, I'm glad you came in and let me know who you were. Thank you. Living life loving. Oh my God. Thank you so much for that super chat. Y'all are just so generous and thoughtful. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I've got a lot of nice people as subscribers to my channel. I have to say that. A lot of sweet people. I need a new recipe also. Be creative. Well, I don't know. We'll see what I can come up with. It's been too hot to get out in the yard and do anything in the garden. I've just tried to keep shade cloth up and keep it watered. I do most of my watering at night because it's too hot out there during the daytime to do it. I think it's like 103 degrees right now here at 10 minutes after 4 Central Time. And it's 103. I think that's what it says, 103. Farm wife says, I have pickles to make. Well, I don't have any cucumbers, so I can't make pickles. And in the years past, I used to have so many zucchini and squash and cucumbers that I was making pickles out of all of them. You know, squash and zucchini make really good pickles. So I had jars and jars of cucumber pickles, squash and zucchini pickles. I was giving pickles away. I can't say that this year. I got 2 zucchini and that was it. I think I got 3 or 4 little yellow squash and that was it before the whole plant bolted. But I've replanted. I'm just hoping that it'll do better this go round for a late summer crop. But you know what? I've already checked the forecast, and this coming week it's going to be up to 106 and 107 for like 3 or 4 days in the week coming up with no rain. So that's not looking good at all. I wish you could send me some. Yeah, I wish you could too, farm wife. It'd be great. That's okay, Gladys. I understand. Things happen. I didn't even know I was blocked. I guess I was busy reading everybody else's chat. And I haven't been hearing from Bloomin' lately. I noticed she's been in a couple of the Hodges chats, not many. But she said she hasn't even felt up to being in their chats, you know, their lives. And I messaged her yesterday a couple of times and she's not responded. So I'm just thinking that she's just not feeling good. She's in pain. She needs surgery on that one knee. And I guess since she's got arthritis and that's causing pain too, she just does not want to go through the surgery. You know, I told her, I said, I wish I could fix it, make it better, but, you know, there's nothing I can do. Hi, Trace B. How are you? Tracy B. Yeah, I think this is the worst summer we've had since I've lived in Texas. I mean, for this long to go with no rain and this heat above 100 degrees, well above 100. Living Life Loving says, I'm fixing to get my Red Devil Halloween costume out of the closet soon. Seems appropriate for the scorching weather. Yeah, it does. I can tell you think the devil's got something to do with this hot weather we've had this summer. It's terrible. Well, I've been trying to keep compost tea and water to them. But like I said, I have to get out there at night when the sun goes down because it's too hot out there. And I try to do it in the evening because that gives them all night to get a drink of water before it heats up the next day. Well, I'm glad I make somebody smile, and thank you for loving my cooking videos. Okay. It's all right, Gladys. Don't worry about it. Your hot flash. Well, I never went through that. A friend of mine, who was from Germany, and her sister still lives in Germany, back when I was like in my early 50s, and I hadn't really had hot flashes yet. But she started telling me about Estroven that she was taking. She bought it right off the counter. And that's what her sister, who was a nurse in Germany, told her to take. Said, you don't need anything from the doctors. This stuff on the counter works better. So the first sign of a hot flash, I bought some of it. And I started taking it. You take one pill every day. And I took it for a couple of years. And pretty soon, you know, I was over all of that. Never had hot flashes at all the whole time I was taking it. And by the time I quit taking it, I wasn't having any anymore. So I didn't need it. So that was a good tip that she told me. Annette Berry says, me too. I'm upset things don't come as easy as they used to. No, yeah, I'm right there with you. Things don't come quite as easy. My mind still thinks I'm young, but my body tells me differently sometimes. Yeah, the giveaway will be Wednesday morning at 10. But I got to have at least 50 people in chat to do the giveaway. I mean, I've not been having very many people in chat. And I think I put it in the description this time. Need at least 50 in chat to win. So y'all need to tell your friends, get in chat. If they have to, subscribe to my channel, get in chat to get it up to 50 so they'll have a chance to win. Oh, CB, really? Your favorite things was learned from making cornbread and pineapple upside down cake on top of the stove. Well, good for you. Gladys says, what is it? Can we see? Oh, what I'm going to give away Wednesday? No, I'm not going to let you see it yet. Got to wait till Wednesday. It's a surprise. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that, living life loving, that just because you have a hysterectomy doesn't mean you don't have hot flashes. I've never had that done, so I wouldn't know. But as long as I took that Estroven, and like I said, I bought it right off the counter at Walmart in the pharmacy section, I was fine. I made it through all that time with no hot flashes at all. And who would have known it would have been that easy to avoid having hot flashes? But I'm glad I knew about it. I'm glad she told me about it. Because, you know, sometimes it's what you don't know that hurts you, not what you do know. And sometimes the people you know help you and hurt you. So, yeah, I'm surprised we're up to 26 now in chat. And I didn't even schedule this. That's doing pretty good. So hopefully I'll have hopes of hitting 50 Wednesday. You're making chicken pot pie today? Hey, Trisha Whistler, how are you? I made it till 5. Well, I did a video on what to do with some cabbage, a little bit of carrots, walking onions, leftover potatoes, a little this and a little that is in my video. So y'all have to see it when I get it posted. It's uploading now. It'll probably take hours for it to upload. Chicken pot pie sounds good. I have not had chicken pot pie in many years because I've just never really made chicken pot pie myself. A lot of times if I wanted pot pie, since it's just me, I would buy one of those little frozen individual pot pies and bring it home and cook it and eat it. And I haven't done that in many years. Know how women feel, he said, Glenn. I didn't have to go through childbirth. Huh. Well, I found there's a lot of things that sometimes are worse than childbirth, I'll tell you that. I mean, childbirth is one of the most natural things out there. And I mean, it is painful. I went through it twice. And both times I didn't think I was going to make it, you know. It hurt so bad. I told everybody, I said, when my daughter was born, I felt like I had two 18-wheelers tugging, pulling my hips apart. That's what it felt like. But I made it through, and right after it, you forget about all that pain. You know, it's not something that's going to last every minute for every day for years. It's over pretty quick. I can hardly wait till Slim Twiggy gets her gift, her prize that she won. I know when I sent anything to Canada before, it took 2 or 3 weeks for them to ever get the package. I mean, the one that I sent it to had given up. I mean, they were about to think I didn't even mail it, but I did. And they finally got it, and they messaged me and say, "Hey, I got it today. Thank you very much." Yeah. Oh, yes, I could not imagine losing your only child. I could not imagine losing any child at all, much less the only one. Well, I thought that's what someone said, but I've tried to find the video and I have not seen it. When did she post the video? You talking about Slimly Nash? If she got the gift already, when did she make the video on it? Because I've looked for it and I have not been able to find it. Thursday? Do you know what the video was titled? Because after I get off the live, I'll try to go back and see if I can find it. Okay, I thought that's what Slim got it. She made a video. Yeah, that's what I thought she mentioned in one of the videos here a couple of lives back. But I went online trying to find the video, and the last 2 that she did, I looked through the whole 2 videos and didn't see it. So I didn't know what day she made the video, so I didn't know exactly what to look for. But if it's one she posted Thursday, I'll go back and see if I can find it. And I don't know if I can even find the one. I see 2 Saturday Night Lives. That was 13 days ago. Six days ago, but I don't see anything. One day ago, 23 hours ago, but I don't see it. Is it? I don't know. Maybe it is under the shorts. me see if I can go back and... She's got canvas, paint pour, cheese tray, paint pour, beauty of paint, sheep dogs. Yeah, I don't know what she titled. Yeah, I didn't think it was under shorts. I don't know what she titled the video, so I don't know what I'm looking for. And when I put in up her videos, I get a bunch of videos, but there's only 2 that were recent. And then there was several that was like 6 and 13 days ago. Go back through and look again. Yeah, the last 2 that she did was yesterday, where she went live at the spur of the moment to let everybody know she was not going to be live today. And then something happened that it cut her off, and then she come back on live. So it ended up being 2 videos. And then it goes to 6 days ago, Saturday Night Live. 13 days ago. I don't know. See, maybe I can bring up a list. Oh, here it is. Friend mail. I found it. I think I found it anyway. It says Friend Mail 1, Linda Hauser. Oh my God, she had orange hair. She had pink hair yesterday. And she was talking about putting green in her hair as well.
So Linda, I received it like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, she said she got it like 5 minutes ago.
She was doing a giveaway. And you had to answer a question from her video. Good thing I watched that video.
Probably the only one she watched.
Now that I'm looking at the postage on here, I wish someone in the States would have won this, because this is insane. Like, this is not heavy by any means. Is this package big? No. Like, it's just in an envelope, and it's not heavy at all, even with this in it, but the postage is insane. So, I can't remember how many people were on that live, but there was a few. It was fun.
Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm watching her live. She got it.
Save these addresses, because I'm going to be sending out some Christmas cards, I think, this year. So that will be so fun. So I will show you guys what I won. Which floored me, because I didn't even think I could guess. I did. And it was cooking. It was a cooking video. So.
Oh. You're watching me watch the video. I guess you have to.
Got her taped right up here. So I will open this. And the ones who weren't on her live, I can watch her channel. Well, I don't even know if they even watch me, but still. stuff from people that you watch. Like, how fun is that? I think that's so
Yeah,
fun.
you're watching me, Shirley.
This is
Tricia says, did you get your PayPal, Miss Linda? I don't know. I haven't checked. I'll have to check on that.
That's so cute. Oh my gosh. Yeah, all the way from Texas. My goodness. Yeah, the postage is crazy. Like, that is crazy. So this will go in my cabinet. I do have a purple, it's not fur by any means, it's faux. I don't think it's even faux fur. I don't even know what it is.
Faux fur. She doesn't know what it is.
Good on it. So I think I'm gonna stick this on because it'll go that color. So I just wanted everyone to know what I got. And Linda, yes, it has arrived. And I love it. I love it. I got a little card. I hope you enjoy this little angel thing. How cute. How cute. I have it. So it's in my hands, Linda. I've got it. I love it. The postage is, yeah, crazy. I think it would have been cheaper to send to somebody in the States. But I'm there was a few people trying to get Linda to give all kinds of stuff away. Well, you need to get, she had a plant in her hand. Oh, it was funny. It was a good time in there. So, but I received it, Linda. Thank you very much. And I had fun participating. I love this kind of stuff. It is so fun. I wish I could do it more often. But I'm hoping soon I could do it again. I could do another giveaway. I've done one before. And I just send stuff randomly to people that I know.
Yeah, I just sent her a message. Or put a comment down there at the video.
Anyway, it's in good hands. I'm going to put my card in there too. So thank you so very much for letting me win this little angel. I don't know if you didn't let me win. I didn't get the answer right. So thank you very, very much. I love it. Bye-bye.
I'm sorry, the chat disappeared. I have to bring it up on my other phone so I can read it. I don't know why it does that. It disappears off the screen.
For 2 minutes a day, we're just standing there.
Oh, come on. Nothing is cooperating with me today. Said, did you get your PayPal, Miss Linda? I've not checked. I'll have to check that out. And darn, you are precious. Thank you for being you. We've been telling you to ease friend mail, but was not looking at the chat. I'm not sure I understand that one completely. And it says Gladys will post link, or Linda. I don't know what she's posting link for. I was busy watching Slim Twiggy. See, we got up to 25 in chat right now, and I didn't even plan this. So maybe there's hopes we'll hit 50 Wednesday. Post a link for what? What are you wanting a link for? Because links for any of my stuff like PayPal or anything like that is in the descriptions of my videos. If you look down under the video in the description section, it has those links there. Oh, you were trying to tell me it was friends mail, but I was not looking at the chat. No, I was trying to find her video. Oh, my neck itches. Well, sorry about that. I was busy looking on my phone trying to find it instead of looking at the chat. Yeah, I think the giveaways are fun as long as I can afford to do it. I really can't afford to do it, but I do it because it's interesting to see who wins and where it goes. You know, like Slim Twiggy's in Canada. One of the girls that won one of my gardening prizes lives in Canada as well. All the other ones have been in the States, so the postage, even though it was high, was not that bad. But sending it to Canada is quite a bit. I don't remember how much that envelope was I sent to Slim Twiggy. But yeah, it was a lot more than what you would think for a small package like that. But that's okay. Paying forward usually pays off. And that's what I feel like I'm doing with these giveaways is I'm kind of, paying forward, so to speak. What color is the giveaway? Well, I can't tell you that. My phone is going bunkers now. Peter Ver, hi, hello from the UK. Wow, you're a long ways off. How's the weather in the UK today? It's 103, 104 degrees here in Texas. I've got people that watch my videos all over the world. I was surprised. I went into the geographics of my channel to see where a lot of the viewers were from. And I was really surprised. Oh, cold. I would take a little cold here right now instead of 104 degrees. $12 degrees? No, I don't think I want 12 degrees. That's going from the heat to way down the other way to get to 12 degrees. That's a little bit extreme for me. I don't think I could handle 12 degrees. Just like it's hard to handle 104. Yeah, I keep saying we've got to have a break in this weather. But on the forecast coming up for this coming week, it's going to hit 107 for several days with no rain. We haven't had rain for about 2 months. And it's been over 100 degrees most of the time. And you know what's going to happen when we do get rain? It's going to rain so much and so hard, so fast, everything is going to flood. He says 104 in the UK and it would melt. You have a lot of ice, snow there? At 12 degrees, you probably do. Oh, yes. I can imagine it's probably ice or snow everywhere. You live in a white wonderland. And my yard is fried to a crisp. My grass or weeds in the yard look like potato chips. And they sound like them when you walk across the yard, too. Yeah, it's nice at Christmas to have a white Christmas, but hey, this is July. I don't think I want ice and snow in July. Of course, right now it would probably feel good for a day or two, not forever. Yeah, I don't know about 12 degrees with ice and snow. It'd be a nice change for a day or so though, to get rid of some of this heat. I mean, you don't need a stove or an oven. Just crack an egg on the back of your car or out there on one of those boulders, the rocks, and it'll cook the egg for you. You can bake bread outside, just put it in the pan. I mean, I've seen people do that, literally crack an egg on the car and it would fry that egg on the car. It was so hot. Talk about a slow cooker. Just put something in a pot and set it out there on a rock. Put it in the sun. It'll slow cook. No, I didn't catch anything. I got several bites and I didn't realize it until after I deleted part of my videos that the first part of that fishing video was, I didn't get it put together. I thought I had uploaded it to my computer and put it in the program that I got where I can put several videos together. And I thought I had done that before I uploaded it to YouTube, but evidently I had not. But there was about 20 minutes or so of the beginning of that video where I threw my line out and I was getting bites, but I ended up losing my hook. And unfortunately, I didn't take any with me because I losing hooks lately. So thank goodness I live close to the lake, so I rushed home real quick, got a package with extra hooks, lures, and that type of thing in it, went back down there and put a new hook on, and that's when my video actually started, which I have to apologize for. That was my mistake. But the only thing you missed was me getting my hook hung and getting a couple of bites. He took my bait and I lost my hook. So, yeah, I didn't catch anything really that fishing trip. I'm going to have to try some different bait because usually I've been catching these little brims, the little ones, about that long, and I'd use them for fish bait. But I didn't have any, and I haven't been able to catch any. It's been so hot. All the fish are out in the deeper water. So I didn't have any bait like that to fish with this time. Yeah, I would love to catch a big old catfish. I'd definitely bring that home and cook it up and make a video of it. Yeah, UK is a big place. What part of the UK are you in, Peter? I try to watch the screen so I'm not looking everywhere away from the camera, but it's not easy to do to keep up with the chat. North, where it's the coldest, I'm sure. Manchester. I'd have to look it up on the map because I'm not familiar with where Manchester is, but Scotland. Huh. I'll think about you, Peter, when I walk out in the yard the next time in this heat. Yeah, you could send me a couple of days of that cold weather. And I'm sure after a couple of days of it, I'd be ready for the heat again. They say, though, if you have arthritis, Texas and Arizona is the best place to live because it's such a dry heat. that it doesn't make your arthritis get as bad. You don't have as much arthritis pain or any of that. And I know I have arthritis in my hands, and they do get stiff, but they really don't hurt or anything. And I guess it's because I do live here where it's dry and hot. Peter has the food there. Oh, I bet. Farm wife says, I'm scrubbing potatoes and frying bacon for loaded potatoes. Oh, that sounds good. Better than what I cooked earlier. I haven't had a loaded potato in a long time. 12 Celsius is about 53 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, well, that's not too bad. I could handle 53 degrees. Not 12 degrees, though. Well, we're north central Texas here where I'm at, we're extremely dry. And we've had no rain. So you can put water in gardening, and like an hour's time, it's dried up. It's evaporated. It's gone. So you really have to water every day to keep your plants happy. But I haven't been able to do that. But as of Monday, I'll be able to water. Rattlesnakes, yeah. Well, Texas has rattlesnakes, but in the subdivision where I live, we've got enough people living around close enough with enough traffic on the streets that I don't ever see a snake. I don't see snakes in my yard anymore. Now, years ago when I first moved here, I would see one dead on the street, you know, where a car had hit it. It was trying to cross the street and a car would hit it, but I never actually saw one in the yard. I've seen whip snakes and stuff like that, but they're harmless. They're not poisonous. But I have not seen a snake in years here. And scorpions, oh my God, I used to see scorpions every day. And I haven't seen a scorpion in a long time. And there used to be a tarantula that would cross my street every evening just before dark. Go across my yard, go into the back, down the hill toward the lake. And he'd do that every evening at the same time, just at the crack of dark, just after the sun went down, and it was still daylight, but just right before getting dark, he would come walking through. I haven't seen him in a long time. I guess the car hit him. You know, there's been so much traffic on the streets now because so many people have moved in and built houses here that it keeps those snakes and all the critters away. I made a dish with cabbage, walking onions, potatoes, flour, spices. Yeah. It might be 103 or 104 here, but it feels like 106 or 107. So you know when it gets up to 107 this coming week, it's going to feel like 110. Oh no. You didn't think you'd see any snakes in your suburban yard until your dog got bit by a water moccasin. I mean, I'm careful walking around my yard because just because I haven't seen one in a long time doesn't mean there's not any out there. So I'm careful in my garden, especially, you know, where I got stuff growing everywhere. Because their favorite place to get is under a bunch of shade brush. Oh goodness, 110. Ooh, that's hot. Yeah, I saw that, Gladys. I missed the very beginning of Tammy's live. I think I forgot about it and I was busy working on my video. And then as soon as I sat down and got online, I happened to see that she was live and got right into it. Yeah, 110 is hot. I mean, you think 95 is hot until it hits 100. And then you don't think 100 is hot until you hit 105. And it's amazing what those 3 or 4 degrees do. Makes a big difference. Aloha, April Flowers. Welcome. I've had so many people in my chats lately telling me it's raining here, it's raining there, and it's not rained here in almost 2 months, and we need rain desperately. Hi, April. Peter was telling us it's like 12 degrees Celsius where he's at in the UK, ice and snow everywhere, and it's 104 here. I need to trade a little bit of heat for a little bit of that coldness, and maybe it would even out in the middle somewhere. Hi, Ashley. How are you? See, we got up to 30. So hopefully we'll get up to 50 on Wednesday morning. April says we're 79 degrees here and no rain. I'd take 79 degrees over 104 that it is right now. I even told Peter in the UK that I'd take a little bit of that ice and snow for a couple of days to cool off. Then he could have it back. I don't know that I'd want to handle 13 degrees Celsius, which is about 53 degrees Fahrenheit every day. But it would be a nice change from this heat, that's for sure. Nice trade winds, yeah. Oh my God. That's terrible, Living Life Loving. First time you moved to Midland, Texas from Michigan, I was 5 months pregnant and we had 3 months of 115 to 120 degrees weather. That's hot. And I know you were miserable. That was a shock to your system after living in Michigan, wasn't it? Because it gets pretty cold in Michigan. Or is it Minnesota? But Michigan's up there too, so you probably had a lot cooler weather than Texas. I had a friend that lived in Granbury, and her husband moved to Minnesota. I don't remember if it was for the job or what. A few years later, they moved back here, and she bought 2 of these big husky dogs with her, and they liked the Minnesota weather. They liked the cold, freezing temperatures. But when they got down here to Texas, they suffered. I mean, those dogs did not like this heat. And she finally had to get rid of the dogs, give them to somebody that lived in a colder climate, because they suffered in this heat something terrible. You know, those huskies are bred for cold weather. Linda Hauser, did you sing? No, I've not sang. When was I supposed to sing? Oh, I see. 90, well, yeah, 90's not too bad. Was I supposed to sing, Gladys? I know Wilkes County Boy said in this video that I may even start singing. I don't know. I might if I don't get my viewing time back up. I'm getting subscribers every day. But for some reason, my views have dropped somewhat. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe that's what I need to do a video and sing, do a live concert. If I don't get booed off the air, then I guess I'd have it made. I went live on Facebook one night trying to figure out how to go live on Facebook, and it took half the video to get it figured out before I started singing. Farm wife says, I for all the people that have had hot weather for so long and no rain. We had 100, but not for that many days, and had timely rains. Yeah, see, it wouldn't be as bad if we get some rain, you know, in between all this. But we've not had any rain. My yard is dry. It's so hard, you couldn't dig a hole out there unless you had an auger to dig a hole. You'd have to have a machine to dig, because you couldn't dig out there with a shovel right now if your life depended on it. I wanted to put some more native dirt in some of my totes and buckets, but I can't dig. You know, it's like digging in rock. So I said, I'm going to have to wait till the first good rain. I have a sister that lives in Leonard, Texas. Tricia. Well, we know where you meant. I'm not sure how they spell Leonard, Texas either, but. Oh, you're asking, do you sing? Yes, ma'am, I do. I've made recordings before, and I had a YouTube channel years ago that I didn't actually sing on, but I had a lot of my recordings posted on it so people could hear them. And I had a lot of school kids here that just went crazy over my recordings. And they were brokenhearted when somebody sabotaged my YouTube channel, and I don't even have access to that channel. And I didn't have access to the older Facebook at that time either. But all of a sudden, the Facebook page came back up. So I've got access to the old Facebook page now. But I said, maybe the YouTube channel will pop back up sometime eventually. I don't know. I've tried to upload those same videos, but I can't because they're not the right format or speed or something that YouTube requires now. The requirements have changed to uploading music and stuff. Yeah, I said if I lived closer, I'd sing. I'd come in and sing with him sometime. It'd be fun. But I'm over 1,000 miles away. I don't think I'll be going there anytime soon. Good day. Welcome. Hello. How are you? Are you a new subscriber, or are you just one of the silent viewers that decided to pop in, Holiday? I am good. New. Okay, well, great. Welcome. Well, I've been debating whether to sing or not. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I haven't sang in a long time. You watched a couple of times and you're a new subscriber. Well, I'm glad you subscribed to my channel, Holiday. Welcome. And if you haven't seen the post, you know, I'm having a giveaway Wednesday morning at 10. So if you can make the live video Tuesday morning at 10, no, Wednesday morning, not Tuesday, Wednesday morning. It's the 2nd of August. Oh, Living Life Loving says she sees Holiday on other channels, and welcome. Yeah, I don't remember if I've seen Holiday in any other chats I've been in or not. I might have and just didn't realize it. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Holiday. That rice pudding's pretty good. But I do recommend you using the white rice. Has anybody had any problem with my reception with the picture that comes through the live chat? I just realized I don't think I've had any problems with it buffering or getting fuzzy. Okay, yeah, I might have seen her in the Hodges chats too, Holiday. Seemed like I may have seen that. I see Holiday on Tammy. I may have seen her there too. Yeah, picture looks good. See, I was kind of weary about going live this time of day because every time I went live later in the day, the picture always got fuzzy and it would come and go and buffer and have all kind of problems, but I don't think I've had that. Well, it got a little fuzzy just then, so maybe I don't need to speak too soon. Yeah, I was always wondering about the time of day to do a live, to do especially the giveaways, because I try to have it at a time when I know most people can be there, but I really haven't figured out the good time yet. So, I was hoping John Ray or some of the other ones would pop in. Holiday says, I came here from seeing you and hearing others mention your name. Well, I'm glad you did. Tricia says, I have to go to work now. We'll catch you replayed, Miss Linda. Okay, well, have a good time at work. Be safe. Yeah, John Ray has some neat videos. I saw that last one he did where, well, one of the last ones where you could see the little hummingbird's beak through the little feeder. I thought that was so neat. I don't know how he ever got that. I mean, he had to have had that camera set up in advance and be well away from it when it came on to get that part of that little video. Well, I think this one was maybe one of the last few that he posted. You think John Ray's eyes are bothering him? I didn't know he had a problem with his eyes. Vicky, hello. How are you? We're just on here chatting, getting happy, joking around, cutting up, having a good time. And Vicky, I'm going to have a live giveaway Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Central. If you're able to pop in the live on Wednesday, August 2nd. I'm hoping to get it up to at least 50 people in chat to do the giveaway. Vicky says, yeah, I've been stalking for a few minutes, LOL. Watch and wonder if you want to come in or not. We're not too rowdy a bunch. We like to cut up, but yeah, I know there's always people that are watching that don't get in the chat. They're silent viewers, I guess. They just like to watch. They don't get involved in the chats. So it always tickles me when they finally pop in. Yeah, you're a newbie. Well, I'm glad you're a newbie, and I'm glad you popped in. Thank you, Gladys, for all those nice compliments. And I haven't seen much of Wilkes County Boy lately. I saw him, he was in chat for Stephen's Live, the concert last night. But he hasn't been in any of my lives lately. And he's not blocked or anything. I mean, he's still a moderator if he ever came in, but I guess maybe he doesn't want to. Yeah, we're all watchers sometimes. Oh, that's nice to know. Oldie but newbie, Wilkes County Boy invited me. Well, I'll have to thank him for doing that, Vicky. Well, you go right ahead, host, guests, and dinner. Enjoy your dinner tonight and visit guests. We're probably not going to be on here much longer anyway. I've been on here for about an hour already. Yeah, what are you serving for dinner? We may all want to come over and be a guest. You having something good? Maybe we'll rent a van and all pile in and show up at your front door. Barbecue ribs, bacon wrap, baby taters, and salad. Oh my God. We're coming over, girl. I'll rent the van. All of you, we'll pile in and we're going to go see Holiday for dinner tonight. Yep, sounds good to me. I love barbecue ribs, bacon wrapped baby taters. Oh, goodness. We're all going to Holidays for dinner tonight, y'all. I guess we'll have to be fashionably late. I'm on my way, Gladys. Living Life Loving says, my fried dill pickles should be done in 7 minutes. I love adulting and being able to eat what I feel like I want to. Yeah, I do that too. I plan my meals according to what I want to eat at the time. Taters are always good. Too awful far from you, Linda. Vicky Downs. And where might that be, Vicky? Now, if you like April flowers and you're in Hawaii, it may take me a little bit to get there. We might be fashionably late, but I'll be there. Can you swing by Central Illinois? Yep, I'll put you on my list. We'll make the rounds and we'll all show up at Holiday's house for dinner. It was good, and I'm eating the other part of that pork chop tonight for my dinner when I get off of this live. Those sweet potatoes were really good. That was like eating candy. And they're so easy to do. Just add a little bit of brown sugar and butter and boil the water out. How easy can that be? I'm all about easy, simple, and cheap. I don't like to spend a lot of money, if I don't have to. And the Boston butt cut of pork chops is really good. It does have more fat than a regular pork chop, but in a way that's what makes it taste better. And it's not as tough when you go to eat it either. Oh my goodness, farm wife, you like my laugh? Well, I say it's a pork chop because to me, it's the same as a pork chop. It's just a bigger cut, and you saw how I cut it in half. It was a great big old pork steak, basically. And I got a couple more in the freezer. But yeah, the Boston butt is a cheaper cut than a regular pork loin or pork chop because it does have a little bit more fat on it. But when you fry it, that's what gives it the good taste, is all that fried fat around it. And I don't eat a lot of the fat, not unless, if it gets fried real crispy, then I might eat it. But if it's the other and it's not cooked real crispy, I just pull it off and I eat the meat part. Because the pork chop itself, the meat part, tastes better to me. And it's a lot more tender than a regular pork chop would be. Vicky says, I don't spend money on something I cannot make. Oh yeah, you don't spend money on something I can make. I don't either. I mean, like one of my videos, I went to that fish place. That's the first time I went out and got a fish dinner in over a year. But a lot of times if I do go out, it's going to be to get me some catfish. I love fried catfish, and some of these restaurants out here fix some really good fried catfish. This time I want to go to Stumpy's, but it's going to be a while because it's a little pricey. I know I was talking to a friend of mine on the phone last night, and he said he went shopping for groceries, and he said I priced catfish fillets to buy to take home and cook. And he said those were like $8.50 a pound. And I said, that's a little bit expensive for me. I'll just go out there at the lake and see if I can catch one. Yeah, I can't afford to go out. I mean, I used to go out more often, but I was working. You know, I had my retirement check, plus I had my paycheck coming in. So I had a little bit money to play with, so to speak. So I'd go out every once in a while, maybe to Stumpy's and get some catfish, or I like their fish tacos. They're pretty good. But now since I'm not working and I'm just living off of my retirement check, I can't afford to go out and eat much. I mean, you buy the a little simple meal and it's $15, $16, $17. And I could, you know, cook quite a few meals on $17 if I bought stuff at the store. So yeah, I don't go out very often. If I can cook it at home, I will. Living Life Loving says, if you're flying out of Houston to get anywhere, drive by and I'll fix snacks before you flight. Well, the closest airport to me, other than the small one we have in our town, which the commercial flights do not fly into because it's not big enough, is DFW Airport. That's Dallas Fort Worth. And I hate driving up there because that's like going into a metropolitan city. It's just unreal. Because if you don't know exactly where you're going, sometimes you can't read the signs before you're already past the exit you needed to turn on, and then you got to go all the way around and come back again, and it's unreal up there. Yeah, I've never even been to the Houston airport. I don't know what that one's like. But DFW is just, it's another city in itself. Betty Dotson, well, hello. Welcome into chat. We're glad to have you. How's the weather where you're at, Betty? It's 104 degrees here. I like what you said about buying a big bag of chicken. That was a bag of 10 pounds of chicken for less than $5. You got 8 leg quarters. That's 16, no, let's see. 8 thighs and 8 legs. For like $4.70. And that's not a special. Walmart has that bag of chicken in their meat department every day for that price. It's 10 pounds of chicken for $4.76 before tax. You can't beat it. Because if you just bought a package of chicken legs and got maybe 6 or 7 chicken legs, you'd pay close to $10 for just chicken legs. So why not buy the whole 10-pound bag for less than $5? Oh, wow. You have 2 airports like DFW here in Houston. I don't think I need to go to one of them. I'd never get out. I'd get lost for sure. He's a FedEx pilot. Yeah, DFW is a pretty big airport. I just don't like driving. It takes me 2 hours to drive from where I live to DFW Airport. So the drive alone is something I hate. I hate having to drive for 2 hours to get up there to catch a plane out anywhere. Because then they want you to be there 2 hours early. So if your flight is 5 or 6 in the morning, you got to leave home at 1 o'clock in the morning. Betty says the weather's beautiful there today. It's 89 degrees. Oh, that would feel so good opposed to this 104-degree temperatures we've got. One is a bit smaller than DFW. Oh, I flew through Atlanta airport one time. Oh my God. And every flight there was delayed. I've never had such a problem with airplanes in my life as when I took this lower price flight and it took me through Atlanta. And the weather was so bad when I got to Atlanta. My connecting flight was taking off as I walked up to the terminal where I was to get on that connecting flight. And I walked up to the counter and I noticed no one was there waiting to get on the plane. I said, what's the deal? This is supposed to be my connecting flight. There's no one here. They said that flight is just leaving. I said, well, I just landed. I got off the plane, came straight here from like terminals down, and my flight was leaving. So they told me the next flight out was at 4:30. And this was like at 11:30 in the morning. So I went and got lunch in the terminal, walked around the terminal for a while. I got to know Atlanta Airport real well in the hours that I was there. Finally caught the flight out, made it to my destination in North Carolina. But then on my return flight, the flight in Wilmington was delayed. Finally got a flight out. Again, got in Atlanta because the airlines I was flying on went back through Atlanta. Everything was delayed in Atlanta when I got there. So they told me, well, it's going to be another hour or two before the next flight out. So I waited and I waited and I waited. And finally they said, well, we got the pilots for the plane, but we've got to get stewardesses. We can't fly out without the stewardesses. So as soon as they get stewardesses for the flight, they'll be able to leave. Well, 8:30 rolled around. They got the stewardesses, but they couldn't take off due to the weather. So they wouldn't let us board the plane. And then about 10 o'clock or so, they let us board the plane finally. Well, we got on the plane, and then we got out on the runway in line with about 12 other planes waiting to take off. We sat on that runway for a good 45 minutes before we could even take off. Needless to say, it was almost 12 o'clock midnight when I landed in DFW Airport. Well, my daughter was going to come pick me up. I left my car at her house. She was fuming at the gills because my plane was so late. She said, Mom, you didn't call. I said, yes, I did. I called your phone, your house phone, my son-in-law's phone. I called even your mother-in-law's phone and left messages on all 4 phones that due to the weather, the flights were delayed. I'm not sure what time I'm getting in tonight, but I will let you know as soon as I know anything. Well, she was mad the last time I ever got her to drop me off at the airport. I've driven myself to the airport ever since, just parked my car in the parking, paid for parking, or either I drive to North Carolina by myself when I go. In fact, the last 2 times I went to North Carolina, I drove because I didn't want to drive to DFW Airport and try to fly out. And I said I definitely was not taking a lower priced flight that put me on a flight that went through Atlanta Airport. I never want to see that airport again. Betsy Dotson said you had rain earlier today. I know, Kindred Spirit, Atlanta Airport is huge. And at first I thought it was a small one because my plane landed on the runway, on the pavement, and we got down the ladder and walked across the parking lot to go into the tunnel where the train is to take you around the airport. And it was not until I got into that section that I realized, well, this is a huge airport. They've got their own train underground. And in DFW, they have a trolley similar to a train, but it's not really a train. It's a trolley car that takes you around the airport. And it's not underground. The one in Atlanta is underground, and it's a full-size train. So finally, I stopped at one area. I wasn't sure where I was going. And there was a worker there at the door almost when I first come off the train. And I said, look, I'm kind of lost. I'm not sure, don't know my way around this airport. How do I get to this terminal? And he said, go up that escalator right over there, and you'll be right up at it. So I went up and found my terminal. But like I said, it was total chaos. Every flight was delayed for some or another. It I spent the whole day in the airport coming back. Spent most of the day in the airport going. So needless to say, I got to know Atlanta Airport real up and personal. And I said, I never want to go back through Atlanta again. I will avoid that at all costs. I'll pay a little bit more money if I'm flying to not go through Atlanta. Yeah, I see we had got up to 35 in chat. That's doing pretty good. And there's Bloomin'. Yeah, it's the dust. I mean, it's been so dry and dusty here because of no rain and this extreme heat. There's so much in the air, even breathing in the house makes me cough. So I'm back to wearing a mask just about all the time. I mean, I took it off for this live because, you know, I'm not going to wear a mask on a live video, but when I'm out in the yard doing anything, even my videos, I've got a mask on. I have to. If we would just get some rain, it would clear the air a little bit. I'd feel so much better. And it's been making me feel tired. Because when you're breathing all this stuff you're allergic to, you're not getting the air you should, and it just makes you tired. And my friend that I spoke to on the phone last night, he lives down in, not too far outside of Houston in Lake Jackson. He said it's so hot and dry there, he's tired all the time. And he said, I guess it's the heat. Well, not only the heat, but when it's dry, no rain, and this hot, it gets so dusty, everything you're allergic to is in the air. I'm glad to see you in here, Bloomin'. I didn't notify you because I was afraid that you would feel bad, and I didn't want to make you feel bad by telling you about a live and you not being able to make it. But it's good to see you in chat. I didn't plan this, but I do have one planned for Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock. That'll be my giveaway live chat that I want people to get in. April says I was out watering, but I was listening. Well, that's okay. You got things to do. I'm going to be out watering a little bit later when the sun goes down. I'm not getting out in this hot sun to do it. Yeah, I miss talking to you too, Bloomin'. And I'd been worried about you because I know you hadn't been feeling well, and I cramped in my leg. Oh. Good God, that hurts when you get a cramp in your leg. Whew. That was about to make me say my Sunday school words. Well, I'm sorry you're not feeling well, but I'm sure glad that you were able to pop in the chat for a few minutes. Yeah, all of a sudden I just got a cramp in my left leg above my knee on the underside. Man, that was about to make me bend double, but it passed pretty quick. Yeah, blooming is the best. I've often wondered how she came up with the name of Bloomin'. I know there's probably a story behind that. She may have told me at one time and I may have forgotten. I know you've been down for quite a while now, Bloomin'. That's why I was getting worried about you. I know there's been times you said you felt bad and all, but it seemed like it's gotten worse here lately. Oh, you love to look at flower blooms, so you come up with the name of Bloomin'. Well, that was a neat reason. We've got a subscriber that was a silent viewer in chat that says it's 13, I think he said it was 13 degrees Celsius where he's at in the UK, which is 53 degrees Fahrenheit, he said. And I said, oh man, that seems so good compared to 104 degrees that it's here right now. I told him I'd trade off with him for a few days. He could have this heat and give me some of that cold. But he said the UK would melt. You don't want to call yourself a blossom. Well, the blossoms and the real fresh blooms are always the prettiest. I guess if we keep on with the compliments, Blooming's going to have a blooming head. You know what I meant? It's going to get bigger. I didn't like it, so I called her Petals. Called her Blossoms, and you called it Petals. Oh no. You feel like a blossom head sometimes with your sinus. Oh. I would have bad headaches with my allergies if it were not for the allergy pills that I take every day. Because I didn't take allergy pills when I was in North Carolina the last time. I had them with me, but I didn't take them. I didn't really need them. But the closer I got to Texas, the more my sinuses started bothering me. And by the time I got here, my head was already hurting. So the first thing I did when I got my suitcases in the house was find my allergy pills, and I took one. Is there not any allergy medicine or anything that you can take for that headache or that sinus pressure, Blooming? See, we got 36 in here right now. My ex was a flower child and Bloom an idiot. Oh. That's the first time I've heard that one. My ex was a flower child, a blooming idiot. That was funny. I could not imagine using the handle on YouTube as blooming idiot. That's funny. Whew. You're sort of a risk taker. Oh. Y'all keep me laughing. That's one reason I like to have lives. That way I can get into chat, and y'all are always cutting up and putting something funny in a chat. But I did get tired of it after a while, so I retired the idiot. Oh, I could not imagine why, blooming. I don't know anything special about my laugh. Now, if only Mr. Wright would come along and cook for me. You know, a friend of mine, she went to Mardi Gras one year, and she met this guy from there, Cajun. I mean, he's true and true Cajun. And they ended up dating. They ended up getting married. And she said he was the best cook in the world. The only problem was that she kept gaining weight. He cooked good food every day, so you got to eat it, you know. And said the bad thing about it was she kept gaining weight. Peacemaker, but you wouldn't believe the men that started hunting me down. I guess they thought I was an arms dealer. Oh my goodness, living life loving, an arms dealer. Yeah, he was always cooking all this Cajun food. And she said, oh my God, it's so good and you just got to eat it, you know. And she said, I couldn't quit gaining weight. I told him something's got to stop. They wanted your arms. Oh, bloomin'. That's funny. Yeah, everybody's been asking about bloomin'. More than usual. Yeah, I know, bloomin', you have. You've had to feel worse than normal because you haven't been in much of anybody's chats too much lately. Once in a while you'd see you come in one of the chats, but not as often as you used to. Oh, don't feel like that, bloomin'. You got to take care of you. I mean, if you feel bad, then you don't need to be in chat not feeling good. Yeah, everybody was asking about you, Bloomin'. Glenn cooked so good I had to moved him in and went on strike in my kitchen. Your medicine seemed to stop working, Bloomin'. Sometimes I wonder if some of this medicine they prescribe for people works the way it's supposed to. Sometimes I don't think it does. The cold air may have something to do with it. I was telling everybody that I've always heard that this hot, dry climate in Texas and Arizona is the best for people that have arthritis, because the colder, humid temperatures is what really bothers people with arthritis and cause it to get inflamed, and it causes a lot of pain. And I know I've got arthritis in my hands. I can tell in my joints, but they get stiff. They don't really hurt out here. Now, I don't know what it'll be like in the future, but right now it's just stiffness. And I do have, like you can see that little finger right here. It's got little knots on it. That's arthritis. So it's affecting my joints and that little finger more than any of them, but they don't hurt. And one time when my doctor did x-rays and a bone scan and all this, he said, well, everything looks fantastic, but he said, you do have arthritis. I said, well, I knew that. I've known that for years, that I've got arthritis. I think everybody in my family's got arthritis. My brothers have it. And I've got a knot that came on this thumb. I don't know if you could see it, but it's a little bit bigger than what your knuckle should. And it's nothing but arthritis. Because it's not on that one like that. But it is on this one. You can tell it right there. But like I said, it doesn't hurt. It just makes my hand stiff. Now, years ago, when it first started bothering me, the joints got really red and they started burning and itching and really bothering me. And it was about the same time that I was going to, well, somebody recommended that I go to this acupuncturist for my back injury. They said they went for their back and it helped them tremendously. And they thought that I would benefit a lot if I would go and, go through acupuncture. So I went into this doctor that was close to my job, Worth, because I could go right after work and go in for treatment. Well, the first day that I went in there for them to check me, he looked at everything, and he looked in my mouth, and he'd look in my ears and my hands, and he'd look at my feet, and I don't know how anything. But he said, some people use some needles. He said, you use all needles. So him telling me that, I knew that I was a bad case. So he scheduled me to come in once a week for I don't know, it was 5, 6, or 7 weeks. And it was $100 a session. But I was working, like I said, I could afford to do it then. So I went in, and because I didn't have insurance to cover it, I had to pay out of pocket. So I went in once a week for those next few weeks. And do you know, all the redness, the soreness, the itchiness, the burning, and all of that left my joints completely. And I've never had it come back. I mean, I know it's there because my joints are stiff, but I don't have any pain or anything there. So that acupuncture therapy not only helped my back, my spine, as far as my injuries, but it helped the arthritis somehow. I don't know what it did to it, but it stopped the pain, it stopped the itchy, the redness, all of it went away. That's a good thing, but I went home one time and my brother, he's 2 years older than me, next to the oldest brother. He's got arthritis in his hands real bad, and you can look at him and tell he's got arthritis. And he said, well, I know you're my sister, but he said, you should have arthritis in your hands and everything like we do. And I said, I do. But I said, my hands are stiff, but they don't hurt. And I told him about going into that acupuncturist years before that and how it helped the arthritis. And I said, I don't know how long it'll keep doing it, but so far it's still helping. And it was years ago that I went in for that acupuncture. So that made a believer out of me. Acupuncture does help a lot of health problems. It's well worth the money spent if you got to, have it done. Well, like I said, it was years ago that I had this done, and I've not been back. I went in for the 5 or 6 weeks, one time each week, and I've not been back, and I've never had the redness or any of that stuff come back to my joints at all. But hey, 2 months from now, it may be back. I don't know. But I'm making good of it while it's going, so. Yeah, it's bad if you have arthritis and play the piano, especially if your joints are stiff, I can imagine. I mean, I worked at a few of the different stores out here, like Lowe's and Big Lots and different places, and Brahms, and I mainly ran the register, and it affected me a little bit, but not a whole lot, running the register yet. I mean, like I said, it could get worse in the years to come and really cause a problem, but it hasn't so far. I don't know, Bloomin'. I feel for you. Like I told you in a message one time, I wish there was something I could do to help you feel better, but I don't know what it would be. But I felt like that too, even though I'm up walking around. Because I don't usually go out and go anywhere. I stay home. I mean, I do grocery shop. I do cook for myself. I do clean house, that type of thing. I look after my garden. But I'm just a homebody. I don't get out and go anywhere anymore. I mean, if I go anywhere, it's usually to drive over to see my son once every so many months. Let him know his mom's still alive. Used to play for literally hours. I'll do good to make it 15 minutes now. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Bloomin'. I know you're probably a really good pianist. But you know what, Bloomin'? Anytime I felt like it, even if it was not for just but 10 or 15 minutes, I'd sit down there and play a little bit. It can only help. Because one thing the doctor told me about my hands, they said with arthritis, just doing this several times a day, using your hands and moving your joints helps. So I don't know. I do that every once in a while when I'm sitting not doing nothing. I'll take both hands and I'll do this. The only thing that helps arthritis is movement. So I guess that's why she told me to do that. She said it would help. And you know, and like I said, I get up and I work in my garden. I do what I can do. I try to stay active. But you know, in this heat, it's just impossible. Yes, Bloomin', you are here for a reason. You enlighten a lot of people's lives, whether you realize it or not. There you go, Bloomin'. You play that piano as long as you can. Even if it's for 5 or 10 minutes when you can. Do it. I mean, it's only going to help your mind, your hands, and everything. You know, put you in a better frame of mind. Yeah, I know. Bloomin' helps a lot of people. She's a light to a lot of people, and she doesn't realize it. You should be able to go into your video, that little triangle looking thing, and click on it, and it'll give you options of sharing that video. And YouTube should come up as one of the options. And then you got to hit the YouTube icon and put in the video and all that. And then you hit send or upload, and it'll upload it to YouTube. Do you have a channel started, Bloomin'? It sounds so good. Yeah, it's not hard at all to upload a video if you've already got your channel set up. And it's not really hard to do that. Well, I got something for you. Have you tried putting one of your videos up on Facebook? You put a lot of posts on Facebook. You can share that video of you playing piano on Facebook, I'm sure. Because I share a lot of my videos on Facebook. And all you have to do is go into where your video is stored on your phone and hit that share button, and then designate where you want it shared to, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or wherever. But yeah, that would be neat if you would share one of your videos on Facebook so we could see it and hear it. Because I know you're already on Facebook, so it would be real easy for you to share it. Well, hey, I'm not a professional either, but I always love singing. In fact, in church, when I spent 20 years singing in the church choir, and the choir instructor said he couldn't believe how, when I got a microphone in my hand, it just took over me. It's like there's no stopping me once I got a microphone in my hand. Well, if it's still stored on your phone, it should be in wherever you got your files stored, or your video stored in your phone. No, but I know Bloomin's got Facebook because I see her post all the time. So she could share that video on Facebook real easy if she could find it on her phone, or find one of them. But you got a my files section that you could check, and then you've got you know, like where you take pictures and do videos. It's stored to like a little section of your camera folders where you can go to check your videos. There should be an icon on your screen somewhere that says My Files or something about files. It should be, let me get out of here and I'll show you what mine looks like if I can find it. It's not coming in too good. See that gold one right there at that side? It says My Files right under it. Your older videos and pictures are stored in that file cabinet. Now yours may be a little different color, or it may be a little bit different, and your camera is right there in your gallery. And I hit the button and I didn't mean to. But see that little flower, the icon with the flower in the middle? Below it, it says, what does it say? Gallery. When you take a picture or a video like today, it immediately stores in that gallery. So it would be either in your gallery or your files cabinet. And on each phone, the little icon may look a little different, but it's still going to say something about files or gallery. Because see, like I've got stores, I'm hitting file cabinet. And then a whole menu comes up when I hit that file cabinet icon. So you can go to videos, pictures, files, documents, any kind of thing. So you should be able to find it. If you had never deleted it off of your phone, it'll still be there somewhere. It'll still be in the gallery or your file section. Oh, Linda, I know where the videos are on my phone, honey. I know how to find all of that, hon. Well, then all you got to do is click on that video, and it should give you that little emblem that looks kind of like dots with a triangle or something like that. And if you clicked on that, it would give you options of sharing that video either to Facebook, YouTube, Messenger, TikTok. And then all you'd have to do is hit on like Facebook if you wanted to share it to Facebook, and then a screen will come up and it'll ask you for a title to the video or whatever, and then you can hit send or upload. I'm not sure what will come up on yours. Yeah, see, you can do it. You just need to find them on your Facebook page. Well, if you got them on your phone, just share them to Facebook again, and it'll be the most recent postings of yours on Facebook. You'd have to go to your wall where all your photographs and videos are stored on your wall. I'm going to see if I can find it. I'm going to look you up on Facebook and see if I can find any of your videos. So you got photographs. I see photographs. Uploads. Let's see. I see all kind of photographs. Albums. Videos. Let's see. Well, the only thing I see in videos is happy birthday videos. Profile pictures, videos. Other stuff. I don't know what other stuff is. I found one of your cat pictures. He looks kind of like Little Buddy. The lighting's not very, you can't see it that well, but yeah, the only videos I'm finding on Facebook are your happy birthday videos. Uploads. And I know I've got some of my videos that are mixed up in my pictures section. I don't know how they got there, why they're not all in I'm not finding any pictures of you at the piano. I hope you didn't delete them at some time and didn't even know it. Upload albums. Yeah, it's got videos, profile pictures, clock, untitled album, my family. Let's check an no, that's just pictures of you with I'm not finding videos. Like I said, under your video section, all I see coming up is these birthday videos. There's no other type of video there. See more. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. I got all kind of stuff coming up, but I don't see any type of videos other than those birthday videos. Was it with the same phone that you have? Yeah, you may have went to where it says the video section of your Facebook, and there's only like 6 or 7, maybe 8 happy birthday videos that are there. And those are those generic type. They're not anything that you recorded. I know she's got a lot of pictures on Facebook. Look like a granddaughter. Reminds me of my granddaughter that age. Yeah, Gladys says she doesn't have Facebook. I think she said she watches YouTube on her TV, but she doesn't have access to a lot of stuff. Same SIM card. Oh, really? Your daughter looked a lot like you? Yeah, I noticed that, Bloomin'. I've seen quite a few of your Bible verses that you post. I have to check my Facebook about every day because I've got so much of my family that are on Facebook, and they post pictures and different things for all the family to be able to keep up with everybody. So I check on there basically every day. And I'm chatting with some of the family almost daily through Messenger. Has Facebook. Gladys is the one that doesn't. Yeah, I went over there and looked at Bloomin's pictures and stuff. I've still got 1 or 2 of my recordings that are on my Facebook profile, in my pictures. The actual video pictures are the ones that are mixed in with the regular pictures. I don't know how they got there. But if you click on those pictures, they were back like 20 years ago. Glamour shots with my long hair. You can hear the music. You can hear the songs that I sing. Because they are my recordings on there. Yeah, it's under Patty, not Bloomin'. Her Facebook page is under her name. You heard me sing and do the hoochie coochie dance? Well, I wasn't singing when I was doing the hoochie coochie, that's for sure. And I got that one live that I did on Facebook where I was singing, but you got to go halfway through the video because I was trying to get it all straightened out. I had never went live before on Facebook, and I kept getting this echo in the background and didn't realize what was causing it. I know now, but still you go through half that video to ever get to the part where I'm singing, because I do sing, I don't know, 3 or 4 songs on it. But there is other pictures of me. I can bring them up and show you. I don't know how good it'll show, but that is if I can find them. Well, I'm not seeming to be able to find it on my phone. Well, maybe I will. And my son, he had his own band back years ago called One Room Tragedy. I've got shots of his band on my wall as well. That's my daughter and her husband. That's Rick. But he's a teddy bear. Like 6'5", weighs 230, but he's all muscle. Let's see if I can find one of them. Because I sang the fishing song. I sang a lot of different songs that I recorded. I don't remember exactly which ones are on my wall. But they're pretty good ways down. That's my granddaughter with her blonde hair. If I can get the glare off of the screen so you can see it. That was a few years ago. She doesn't look exactly like that now. She's had her hair cut real short. She may have let it grow back out by now. I don't know. Oh well, I'll come across it in a minute maybe. Because it's all the way down toward the bottom of all my photographs and stuff. And there's a lot of them there. Oh well, I'll come across it in a minute maybe. Well, I didn't think it was down that far. I've got pictures of the bedspreads that I crocheted. I crocheted a yellow one for my granddaughter for, I think it was Christmas or her birthday one year. I don't remember. But that's one of the pictures of the cover for my son's band. It was One Room Tragedy. Can't see it very clear. And that's one of the pictures that's on one of the recordings on Facebook. So if you come across a picture like that, there's one there similar to it that's got a video attached to it. And I think one like this, which was my glamour shots about 20 years ago. I send you a video. I'm sorry it slipped my mind. Is there a YouTube icon to click on my phone? Yes, ma'am, there is. But did he send it to you Messenger, or how did he send you the video? If he sent it to you through Messenger, you just answer your Messenger, your messages. Thank you, Bloomin'. I'm not that beautiful anymore. That was 20 years ago or more. There should be an icon for YouTube on your phone. I think just about everybody has a option to go on YouTube. What video did he send you? I missed a lot because I was looking for pictures. And see there, John Ray here. John Ray Birds came in here, and I didn't even know he was in chat. I was so busy looking for stuff. I'm glad you made it in, John Ray. Oh, you haven't sent it. I saw that video that you posted of how you got the angle of that bird feeder where you could see the bird's little beak coming in to get his nectar. I thought that was so neat. I don't know how in the world you managed to get that. You had to have that camera set up out there on automatic record or something. There should be a YouTube on your phone somewhere. If there's not, you can go to Play Store and download one so you can go on YouTube. Okay, see you later, Vicky. Or is it Living Life Loving that's leaving? My chat is stopped for some reason here. There it goes. Oh, Vicky's leaving. Okay. Well, how long have we been on here, guys? I don't want to keep everybody. We've been on here for 2 hours. Oh, my goodness. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? Time does fly when you're having fun. Most of your videos are handheld. Mine are too, or either they're on a tripod to keep them more steady. But I don't know how in the world you got up that close to that feeder to get that shot. That was unreal. And you know, when my brother still lived in North Carolina before he sold his place, I went to visit the last that he was there on vacation before he moved to Tennessee. We were sitting out on the back patio, and he's got hummingbird feeders everywhere because they always have tons of hummingbirds that come through there. And he was watching this hummingbird at this feeder, and I noticed he acted kind of funny. He would look down and then he'd look back at that feeder. And then finally he told me, he said, Linda, he said, look at that hummingbird at that feeder over there. He said, what do you see? And I looked, and I wasn't sure what he meant at first, but I kept watching this hummingbird. He had two beaks. His beaks were like this. He had one coming up that went straight up, and the other one went straight out, shaped almost like an L. And he said, man, he said, I thought I was seeing things. I've never seen that before. He said, that hummingbird has two beaks, two long beaks. And I said, well, there's all kind of freaks in nature, even with birds and other animals, you know, as well as humans. I said, maybe that one was going to be a twin, and one twin devoured the other, and the only thing left of the other twin was the beak sticking out. So he ended up with two of them. Well, I enjoyed the chat. Yeah, my brother, he had promised his wife that after my parents were gone, if her dad was still alive, that they'd move to Tennessee to help look after him and be close because he's elderly. And so he sold their place in North Carolina and moved to Tennessee, to Mountain City. That's where they're at now. And they're on Facebook every day. That's how I keep up with them. And she's a retired nurse. She's not very well. She's got crippling arthritis. She's got a lot of health problems. So she's in and out of the hospital constantly for something. I know it's really weird. You know, it just happened to have one up and one that was straight out, and he would feed with the one that was straight out, but he still had that other one going up. And I said, that's the oddest thing I've ever seen in my life. But my brother sat there and he said, I'm glad you saw that too, because he said nobody would believe me. He said they would definitely think I was seeing things. I said, no, you're not seeing things, because I see it too. Yeah, she was a nurse for many years, but it seems like when you're a nurse or a doctor, you're so busy looking out for other people that you don't look out for yourself. But you know what? You even if you don't have the icon on your screen, you can go to your Google search bar and just put in YouTube and hit YouTube, and it should bring up YouTube. Linda, they have saved my life more than I can count. Oh, I know it. Neat to get out and video your birds and the wildlife, all kind of animals, and I mean, it does me good. You know, when I started Facebook, I mean, not Facebook, but YouTube, it was like a lifesaver to me. I was so down in the dumps. I was so stressed out. And after I started my videos, I got so involved in my videos and uploading them and doing one thing or another with my videos that I forgot to be stressed out. Yeah, nurses do too. Yeah, Bloomin' has a lot of pictures on her wall on Facebook. And I know there's a elderly gentleman's picture there, several of them, and I guess that's her dad. And there's a couple of guy pictures on there. I don't know if that might be her son. I'm just guessing. None are current. Well, a lot of mine are not current either. A lot of them were taken several years ago. My son doesn't like to have his picture posted, and he doesn't want me to be in any of my YouTube videos. So when I go over there, I don't video anything. He did let me video his baby calves that were born, what was it, Easter Sunday morning? I called them Easter babies. Let me get pictures of those and post them on YouTube, but he doesn't like to be posted or in a video. So that's why, I haven't done that. I'm just respecting his wishes. Yeah, neither one of my kids want to be on YouTube videos, so. And I can't blame them. They have the right not to want to do that, so. Okay, John Ray Birds, I'm just glad you showed up. I'm glad to have had you here for what time you've been in chat. I'm getting ready to get off here too because we've been in here for over 2 hours. I think that's long enough. Yeah, that's what he said, that his friend showed up. So I was hoping I'd catch him before he completely got out. But your son? Okay. Yeah, see, he heard me. Enjoy your friends. And guys, I've enjoyed it, but there's other things I need to do. We got 31 in here. That's not bad at all after being here for two hours, over 2 hours. So we might hit 50 Wednesday morning if everybody tells everybody to be there. Yeah, I know, Bloomin'. We've been in here for a while, so I'm going to wish y'all a good night. And just remind you again, please like, share, and subscribe to my videos. Y'all have a blessed evening, a blessed weekend, and I'll see you on my live Wednesday morning, if not before. And I'll have videos posted in between now and then. So, like I said, like, share, and subscribe to my videos. Y'all have a blessed evening and weekend, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye now. Bye.